Please remain standing. Thank you. I would now like to introduce your graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the Chicago High School Agricultural Sciences Band to play the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce my principal, Diploma. Good evening. Welcome family, friends,
What is that? Oh, it's Just need to draw back. Get actual draw back. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome family, friends, faculty, and guests to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2023. It is an honor to have you here with us today to celebrate all of our hard work and dedication. 4 years ago, most of what has come to be normal to us was non-existent. Most of us didn't even know each other. However, now after 4 years, we have all formed many different friendships with each other that have allowed for us to grow. As a class of 2023, we have achieved a lot to realize many of our dreams. Each of us has our own unique talents and attributes that will allow us to become successful. However, we have also encountered several failures during our high school careers that have also contributed to development. I am confident that no matter how many times each of my classmates fail, in the bigger picture, they will be successful in any endeavor accomplished in life. Our families have always been our biggest supporters. For this, we are thankful. We are also thankful to have the support of administrators, teachers, and faculty. To our friends, thank you for being here today and for everything you've done for us in the last 4 years that has contributed to the people we have become and the success we have achieved. To my fellow classmates, always remember, whether you fail or succeed, never stop trying to do better. There is always more that you can achieve. You should never let fear get in the way of our dreams. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not a failure. It is the courage to continue that counts. Again, on behalf of the class of 2023, we would like to happily welcome you all to this most momentous occasion. Thank you all for joining us and your part in contributing to the people we have become and the success that we have achieved. Thank you. At this time, I would now like to welcome Michaela Birch to the podium. Also, we will receive an immense support from our advisory board and the local school council. So at this moment, we would like to recognize our participation guests. Please stand as your name is called. Joining us on stage are Mr. Mark Shulman, President of Eli Cheesecake and co-chair of the Chicago Writers for Agricultural Sciences Business Advisory Board. Mr. Gordon Shalaby, Associate Judge of Cook County and co-chair of the Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences Business Advisory Board. Policy Director for the Illinois Department of Agriculture. I would like to express our sincere appreciation to all of you for joining us. I would now like to welcome our class valedictorian. I have consistently witnessed your kind, friendly, hardworking, intelligent personality. I am confident that you will be successful. I am pleased to introduce the class of 2023 valedictorian Elizabeth Parker. Good afternoon, chairs, staff, family members, and fellow friends. I am here today to give a speech reflecting on the class of 2023's time at the Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences. As a class, we majored a lot. We survived physics, chemistry, math classes, We wrote solo applications and helping projects. We memorized the FFA creation and earned our local certifications. While these are all amazing accomplishments, and I am proud of all of us, I think the most important trait to highlight is the community we formed here at Chicago Ed. It is a community of hard work and determination and caring of the youth. A community of team players and independent thinkers. And a community that supports each other because we know we are stronger together. Having lost the majority of our first 2 years of high school, I'm amazed by the students in the field for me. These students are kind-hearted and value their family and friends. They never let the students sit alone at lunch and help each other through hard times. These students are strong and determined. After struggling with finding motivation to do schoolwork, difficult learning, and personal and family struggles throughout online learning, the students here came back to live evidence. I saw it in all of my classes. Students ready to learn. They focused and put in the time and effort to succeed in their education. These students are leaders and teachers. They know how to dress professionally, and they know how to speak in front of the audience. They are active in FFA and volunteer for every school event. They are skilled in a wide range of areas and have unique interests, and they are always willing to share their knowledge with someone who's curious. I would like to thank the staff who are always there for me as mentors and teachers, and who dedicated so much of their time to helping me just because they care. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Sear for being my first and biggest supporter when I first came here. When it came to talking to me before and after class about my future plans and writing me an amazing letter of recommendation, you always believed in me and you let me know it. I'd like to thank Ms. Kara O'Shea for being the first person I talked to when I came to this school. I always felt safe coming to talk to you as an administrator, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to have you as my teacher this year. I'd like to thank Ms. Coronado for mentoring me and the rest of the chapter team, and always pushing me to get more involved in the school. It was your influence that allowed me to gain leadership skills and meet many important people through job shadows, courses, and presentations. You've shown me what it looks like for an adult to truly love and feel passionate about your career, and I hope to be as dedicated as you are in my future. I'd like to thank Ms. Key for creating a safe and fun classroom for me to unwind every day. Even though I am a student, you always treated me as equal and spoke to me with respect. Finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Hudson for inspiring me to continue playing an instrument. You pushed me in dance, the only reason why I felt motivated to practice the bass and continue to learn more songs and improve my skills. I am so thankful to all these teachers for all the support they've given me these past years. The lessons I learned from you will continue to guide me through my future, and I will always be thankful for how you all believe in me. I am standing in front of a room of friends and family. To each and every one of my classmates, we are connected in ways we don't fully realize. At this school, we have shared the most unique education opportunity the city of Chicago has to offer. And these educational and these experiences connect us and symbolize our time as Chicago Ag students. If you've ever seen an olive cat running through the hallways for the period, you are a Chicago Ag graduate. If you've ever had to awkwardly explain to a family member what we do with the beef cattle, you are a Chicago Ag graduate. If Ms. Coronado or Ms. Escobedo has ever come into your classroom asking for last minute tour, you are a Chicago Ag graduate. If your teachers have ever complained about how many field trips they have to sign, you are a Chicago Ag graduate. If you've ever panicked late Tuesday night because tomorrow is Wednesday
and you forgot to wash your photo, you are Chicago and graduate. These are the memories that we will carry with us and make our high school memories something that we will cherish. Today is the day to celebrate. We celebrate the knowledge we've gained over these past 4 years, celebrate the friends we've made, the bonds we've formed, celebrate the hard work and time we put into our success here, and we celebrate the end of our time as students at the Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences. High school may be over, but it's just the beginning of the rest of our lives. Keep growing and learning, and when you achieve success, never forget the people who helped you get there. Goodbye, and good luck. I'll never
Thank
forget you. At this time, I would like to present Nadia Mohammed, who will introduce our commencement speaker. Thank you. Fellow classmates, faculty, parents, and guests, it is an honor for me to introduce our 2023 commencement speaker, Mr. Drake Costello II, Director of the Illinois Department of Agriculture. Director Costello is responsible for providing funding to support agricultural research and development for food safety standards to the creation and maintenance of agricultural experiment stations. He joined the governor's cabinet from his position as the Director of Law Enforcement for the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, which he has held since May 2019. Director Costello represented the 116th District in the Illinois House of Representatives from 2011 to 2019, during which he served as the Chair of Agriculture and Conservation Committee. He also served on the Pritzker Stratton Agriculture Transition Committee. A graduate of Southern Illinois University, Parkdale, Director Costello decided to serve his country and decided to join the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division. Not long after signing up, he and his unit saw combat during Operation Desert Storm. Now a veteran of the First World War and following his military service in Iraq, Costello returned to Illinois where he became a police officer and started a family. Initially a patrolman, he would rise to the ranks and become Assistant Chief of Police. Born and raised in Southern Illinois, his family has a small farm in Franklin County, Illinois, producing crops and raising cattle. Director Costello lives in Smithson with his wife, Lori, and their 2 children, Jerry III, Victoria, and Georgia Town, along with 35 head of beef cattle. Please, classmates and guests, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Jerry Costello, Director of the Illinois Department of Agriculture.
Thank you all, and I am honored to be here. First, I want to say congratulations to the largest graduating class ever the Chicago High School has. I would also like to bring up a stat that I just learned walking in today. So for the incoming class, there are 200 slots. There are 3,500 applicants for those 200 slots. That's how this school is looked at. That's the desire to come to the Chicago High School Agricultural Center. And honestly, it even puts that much more of a shining star on what you've accomplished. I want to thank you for this opportunity. You'll have to excuse me because about 48, I needed reading glasses. I'm 54 now, and I still struggle with that fact. But I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here to share this experience with all of you. The first thing that I think we need to do is to ask anyone who's a veteran of the U.S. military to please stand and be recognized, as well as anyone here who's for all of those men and women who have served our country and given the ultimate sacrifice on this Friday, the beginning of Memorial Day. Thank you all. I'd also like to hopefully produce a large round of applause from Principal Book and all of the administration that makes everything that happens here possible. How about a big round of applause? Another round of applause for your teachers, coaches, and most importantly, a huge round of applause for your parents and your families. All of the sacrifices that they have made throughout your life, and especially the ones that they have made to make sure you were able to attend such a premier school. And I ask you, please, when you get the opportunity, look them in the eye and tell them thank you. To say it takes a village is in a lot of ways very, very true, and it's one that you should all think about, in my opinion. You're graduating here today because of a lot of hard work that you all have done, but you're also graduating here today because of a lot of sacrifice and support by so many people. Take the time to reflect on all of those people who have helped you get to the position that you're in right now. Because in my opinion, life is a we sport. Not a team sport, a we sport. All of us together. As mentioned earlier, I'm Jerry Costello. I'm the Director of Agriculture for the Department of Agriculture in the state of Illinois. Super excited to announce that we have at the Department of Agriculture our first Chicago-based employee. Amazing to me that I'm saying that, but our very first Chicago-based employee, Dakari Howard. Dakari is a University of Kentucky grad, an ag economics major. He was in the Peace Corps in Columbia. He's bilingual. He's got a focus on urban agriculture and local food systems. He's also a graduate of Manners. How about a round of applause? He will be addressing food deserts and underserved communities for the Department of Agriculture and the state of Illinois. I'd like to very quickly give you a little bit about myself and my journey, because I promised Principal Book, a friend of mine, that I would not make this a real long speech. But I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. As I mentioned, I view life as a we sport. I think it's important to acknowledge the people that help you get to where you are. The first person that I have to acknowledge is my wife of 30 years. She's a principal at Waterloo High School. They have an incredible FFA program, and in all sincerity, she deserves a lot of the credit that I often get, because she has been the person who stayed at home with our family and made things possible. Think of all those people that have done that for you. Also, my 3 kids, Jerry III, who's an attorney, he's 30 years old, Victoria, who's 28, and she's a medical doctor. My youngest daughter, Danielle, who's 24, she's in law school. They're successful kids, but I think the reason that they're successful is because of love and support and the we attitude in life. We are all doing this together. We have to support each other. My mother and father, Georgia and Jerry Costello. My mother retired as a community college president, spent over 45 years in education. My father retired from the U.S. Congress. He spent 25 years as a U.S. Congressman. He's my mentor and has taught me about helping people in life and government. I'd also like to tell you really quickly about my father's parents, Dan and Elsie Costello. My grandfather Costello had an 8th grade education. He was a plumber and a pipe fitter, a veteran of the U.S. Army, and at the end of the day, he worked his way up to be a state representative in the Illinois State House. Through hard work and working together, he was a we people. My grandmother stayed at home with 6 kids. My maternal grandparents, George and Eloise Cochran. My grandfather was an FFA advisor and an ag teacher. My grandmother was a radio marketing exec. She was also a Sunday school teacher. I spent a lot of weekends either going to Catholic Mass or to Baptist Sunday school. But going to Baptist Sunday school for me meant time at our family farm, so I cherished it. But I jokingly said as a legislator that I learned to work both sides of the aisle because one weekend I was in Catholic Mass and the next weekend I was in Baptist Sunday school. But I will tell you this, it taught me about diversity, it taught me about perspective, and it taught me to be open-minded in life. In my opinion, an extremely, extremely important concept for all of us to think about. My grandmother taught Bible school, as I told you. She knew the Bible extensively, backwards, forwards, amazing. I went to Catholic Mass, I went to that Baptist Sunday school. But I can tell you this, as we stand here today, the person that I learned the most about God, nature, and life was my grandfather, who was an ag teacher and an FFA advisor. He was an unbelievable person, very sincere, a great communicator, and he loved to take 2nd and 3rd graders on field trips on our family farm. One story that he would talk about that I'd like to share with you, and I want you to think about this as students of the High School of Agriculture. He would sit me down by a tree and talk to me and tell me, Cass, think about eating an apple. And when you eat that apple, you have a core. You discard the core. The core has seeds in it. Those seeds grow into a tree. That tree blossoms. Bees pollinate those blossoms. Fruit grows. And then animals eat that fruit, and the entire cycle starts again. At that point in time, he would say, if you don't believe that there's a God in this world, you're crazy. I bring up this point because we all have a foundation. We all started from somewhere different. It's important to understand your foundation and to build on your foundation. Know who you are and never forget where you came from. I've done a lot of things in my life. Most of them have been surrounded by service and helping others because it's what drives me. Identify what drives you in life. What is the thing that drives you the most in life? It will be very, very important in your future. My path was diverse. As I mentioned earlier, I was in the 82nd Airborne in the First Gulf War. I was a police officer. I was a state representative. I was honored to chair Ag and Conservation for about 5 years, vice chair for 2 years, and now I'm very honored to be the director of the Department of Agriculture. But that's because I love helping people. And I've identified what drives me in life. That's a little bit about my journey. So let's talk about your journey. Work to chart your path according to what drives you. There will be hurdles and struggles in life. There are no doubt about those. I'll give you a small example, a story in my life that helped me. It was extremely tragic at the time. In 2006, my best friend, who I served with in Iraq, was killed in Afghanistan. He was from Colombia. He moved to the United States and fought for our country and for our freedom. Losing him was devastating. And over the years, I've learned to celebrate who he was. I've learned to cherish the time that we spent together. He was the godfather to my youngest daughter. And the one thing that always drove me crazy, he went to war and fought for our country, coming from Colombia, had to come back and take a test to become a U.S. citizen. The real test he took was fighting for our country and giving his blood, sweat, and tears. Something that's never sat right with me. But here's what I would ask you to do. Learn to focus your energy and life on what you have control over. Focus on what you have control over. Don't get consumed by things that are out of your control. Life is so short. Make it count. The other thing that I would ask of you, be the change you want in life. Be the change you want in life. I'm very inspired being around all of you today. You're the future of ag in this state, in this country, and in this world. And I believe that one of the young ladies was talking about earlier, step back and think of the last 4 years that you've experienced. You persevered through a pandemic. You did something that is taught in special forces. You improvised, you adapted, and you overcame. You found ways to make things work. You faced challenges and you overcame them. You went through something literally that hasn't been experienced in 100 years. Hasn't been experienced in a century. Reflect on that, grow from it, and learn from it. What I would also ask is that you think about that. Identify your strengths, the ones that helped you overcome those challenges. Think about any weaknesses that maybe made things harder. Make sure that you're addressing those. And please, 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 do not be afraid to ask for help. Reach out if you need help. There are a ton of people in this room, in this state, in this world who want to help you. And I can tell you, I include myself in that list. You're the change that we need in this world. And speaking of asking for help, another thing that I would challenge you to do, and I would like you to think about this, is to expand your network in life. Networks like these gentlemen here, a network, all the businesses that are willing and that have been willing to help this school. Expand your network in life. Don't reinvent the wheel, and learn from your experiences and other people's mistakes. The last thing that I will tell you, a lot of life is about showing up. Much of it is just about being willing to be present. And that means being present in the easy times as well as the hard times. You have to show up in life. Grow with life as it changes. Be the change that you want to see in life. You have the foundation. You have to show up in life. I would also like to tell you, and I know you all probably don't have anything to write with, but I talked about networking and not being scared to reach out for help. My email is jerry.costello@illinois.gov. Do not hesitate to email me and ask for help. I can speak for Dakari. Dakari.howard@illinois.gov. Do not hesitate to reach out and ask us for help. Now I'd like to talk to you just for a minute about something that was brought up earlier. I'd like to thank Governor Pritzker. I'd like to thank the General Assembly for making monies available to pay for the dues for every kid in the state of Illinois who takes an agriculture class. They're able to be in FFA because their dues are covered. And I want to just give you an example of what that did for FFA in the state. By the way, FFA is the premier pipeline for colleges and businesses in this state and in this country. Our FFA numbers in this state went from 23,000 just a year ago, which was a record at the time, to 41,000 kids in FFA in the state of Illinois. That's a 73%. And lastly, I want to talk to you just 1 minute about something that's very, very important. May is Mental Health Month. We're at the end of May. And I want to talk about if you have any type of a mental health issue, mental health problem, you've got to get past the stigma of reaching out for help. I want to talk to you about a program that we at the Department of Agriculture have. It's called the Farm Family Resource Initiative. But it's for anybody who's involved in agriculture in any way, shape, or form. That hotline number is 833-FARM-SOS, 833-FARM-SOS. There's a text option, an email option, 6 free telehealth visits with a healthcare professional if you need it. It's 100% confidential, totally confidential. If you're experiencing stress, no matter what type of stress it is, you're worried, you're scared, or God forbid you may be suicidal, please reach out to this anonymous number, 833-FARM-SOS. Thank you, congratulations.
All right, can we have one more round of applause for our Dirk Costello?
At school for jobs or over. And then
All right, this time I'd like to present this plaque to commemorate today's speech here in Chicago. Dirk Costello, thank you. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on. We'll get to the end here. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. I am the last person between our graduates and their diplomas, so I will be extremely brief. Thank you, people. I want to thank, again, Director Costello, thank you so much. I want to thank our partners, especially our co-chairs of Advisory Council. Thank you so much for the school day in, day out. I would also like to thank our teachers. We have a large group of teachers. Thank you so much. I want to thank our 2 assistant principals, our administrators. They're absolutely wonderful. Parents, 4 years ago, you sent your students to us. We thank you. We hope we earn your trust with them. We enjoy having them, and we're enjoying giving back to you. Thank you. And finally, I want to thank our class of 2023. Let's give them one big round of applause. It's been an honor and privilege to be your principal for 4 years. It was great to see you come in. I know we went through COVID. It was so tough. Listening to the valedictorian speech, all those things that are specific to being an ag grad, they're pretty cool. You guys learn them all quickly. about Black history, let all of us know that you figured it out. To get here, you did what you had to do. As you move on to college, to trade schools, to the service, wherever you're going to go in life, and relationships and jobs, do that which needs to be done, and you'll be very successful. Students, it's been a pleasure, it's been my honor. Class of 2023, congratulations. I didn't know someone was supposed to read. Ms. Porter, Ms. Butler, would you please come over here to the podium?
Okay, so on behalf of the faculty and the administration of the Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences, as authorized by the Chicago Public Schools, I hereby declare these candidates have met all the requirements for graduation. The award of diploma to the class of 2023. I would like to introduce Ms. Noel Coronado, the agriculture teacher, who will announce the top 10 graduates of the class.
Will the top 10 graduates of the class of 2023 please rise and approach the stage? Valedictorian Elizabeth Carstrom. Valedictorian Mackenzie Walsh. Item for number 3, Brendan Clancy. Ingrid Casper. Nadia Mohammed. Grace Murphy. Devin Cleary. Kavita Brown Jr. For number 8, Elijah Spencer. Melina Ventura. Alina Bautista.
Riley Jameson. Alfred Bailey. Alicia Lindy. Adrian Ali. Pearson Burnett. Kayla Cole. Corbin Crosby. Cody Brown. Brendan Taylors. Camilo Cardoso. Jeffrey Gonzalez. Jessica Green. Anissa Ali. Madison Engel. Gabby Pickett. Jocelyn Hilton. Anthony Israel. Matthew Lee. Samantha Ayala. Kevin Moss. Cassandra Andrews. Corey Malone. Ethan Carrasco. Joseph Snyder. Evan Taylor. Maggie Whiteley. Martina Whiteley. Serenity Williams. Congratulations to the Agricultural Finance Economics Career Pathway. Please be seated. We now like to welcome the instructor of Agricultural Finance Technology, Maxwell. Will the Agricultural Mechanics and Technology Career Pathway please rise and approach the stage? Cousin Alan. Patrick Bambi. Brendan Berry. Emmett Berry. Amina Berry. Sterling Cheers. Jack Dewey. Thomas Crane. King Glasper. Alan Griffin. Dennis Hawk. Michael Keenan. Ian Lynch. Garrett Monroe. Mustafa Urami. Caleb Richardson. Brian Sanders. Courtney Thomas. Yesenia Sanchez. Tia Tatum. Aaron Thompson. John Woolridge. John Woods. Will the graduates of the Agricultural Sciences and Technology career pathway please seated? I would now like to welcome to the podium Ms. Catherine McMahon, instructor of the Animal Sciences career.
Will the students of the Animal Science Career Pathway please rise and approach the stage?
DJ Barner. James Hall. Giovanni Castro. Harley Lowell. Deontay Clark. Owen Evans. Edith Morales. Elise Fiddler. Maya Flowers. Katie Ortiz. Lamari Jackson. Alana Jones. Rachel Sargent. Liana Martinez. Cole Ostina. Valentina Palacio. United Reed. Isis Cruz. Angel Reyes. Charlie Rose. Leslie Hudson. The graduates of the Biotechnology and Agriculture Pathway CPC. I would now like to introduce Mr. Monty Campbell, instructor of the Food Science and Technology Career Pathway.
For the students in the Food Science and Technology Career Pathway, please rise and approach the stage.
Here we go. Almost in. And then back to job. Back to job, that's it. Yeah.
Mercedes Batista. Elisha Lennon. Jeremiah Carter. India Carter. Janelle Dawson. Anita Julie Gray. Olivia Evans. Pam Bailey. Serenity Dennison. Greg Lee Preston. Mario Raymond. Jonathan Rowley. Daniel Rubalauer. Sam Somerville. Alex Elias. James White. Megan Williams. Congratulations, class. The school science technology program of the
Savani Dawkins. John Campbell. Ricardo Silva. Eric Hall. Ian Kirk. Mia Floyd. Connor Lee. James Brown. Samantha Noel. Celia Johnson. Courtney King. Neil Dawson. Thomas Randall. Karan Guru. Alicia. Shannon Story. Megan Shannon.
rise and approach the stage.
We got last one.
Amari Baker. Rosaria Kennedy. Rihanna Porter. Jose Diaz. Cameron Dowell. Cedric Edwards. Heather Campbell. Davion Gilmore. Amanda Boyd. Yahel Gonzalez. Jeremy Hutchinson. Roger Wilson. Javion Johnson. Morgan Lampignano. Jamie Angel. Keyshawn Scott. Mario Scott. Randy Villanueva. Amari Walker. Bryce Wilson. On behalf of your instructor, Mr. Derek Rose, will the Natural Resources and Environmental Management Career Pathway please be seated?
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Chicago Board of Education, I do hereby confer upon each of you the diploma for which you have qualified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Johnny Point to offer the tacitatory instructions.
Signify your graduation. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, remember that you wear it on the left side over your heart to remind you of your alma mater. Graduates, please rise. now, there are photos right up the graduates out in the hallway. Please bring your photos.
Whatever year, so whenever they